Gommy's Workshop. I've started already. No silly voices. A serious film this time. Seems there's a bit of confusion floating around over mechanical irons. As you know, I've made some mechanical irons at the beginning of this year. I've made 4 mechanical irons. I have 4 mechanical irons out on test. That test is ongoing until about July. From that testing, we've already found that there's a problem with recharge and a problem with shoot down. I've addressed these problems by designing my own bolt and my own fire chamber. Yoda, dude, if you're watching this, man, and I really hope you are, I don't know why there's any animosity between us. I don't even know if there is. I don't know if it's the other chap you work with. I don't even know why there is a problem. You know, at the beginning of this year I bought 4 kits off you and built 4 markers. Those 4 markers are out on test, just like I said. It is this point that I'd like to say now is that I've never ever made a claim that I've invented your mechanical iron. I don't even know where that come from. If you can find this claim, and I have said it, dude, I'll reiterate and retract, no problem at all. Cut off my little finger, pull out my entrails and lay them at your feet. That's what I'm about, man. You know, I'm not going to take any claim or benefit from your good selves. However, it's this point I would like to point out that I did ask you for an email address so I could send people to you at the beginning of the year, and you never gave me that email address. Then what I did next was ask you for a company name. You didn't send me that. What I asked for next was a link to some sort of website, and you didn't send me that either. The only way I'd get hold of you at the time was on eBay, and once you pulled your ads off of eBay, I had no way to get hold of you. It was only by pure chance that I found out you were on the M. Carter Brown forums when I got my first kits off you, which is why I recently just joined the M. Carter Brown forum, so I could show you what I've been up to with your mech kits. And I've put a film up on there, and the next thing I know, I'm getting this huge tirade of abuse. I don't know if that was you or your work colleague. Can we just sort out a few bits and bobs? Okay, never made a claim that I've invented your stuff, as I said before. To say my parts are unsafe when you actually haven't had my parts in your hand, that's a bit naughty. To say that they're going to blow up in people's faces is also a bit naughty. And then to say that I'm not professional without knowing anything about me or my background, you're not insulting me, you're not doing yourself any credit. This is the main thing. The difference, or maybe that's just too much of a stronger word to use, how I would have gone about it if the shoe had been on the other foot. I would have simply contacted you directly. You knew where to find me because you left a post on the ukscenario.com website. I would have simply just put up a private post saying, Gommy, what are you doing with our parts? And I would have explained everything to you. Not that I haven't explained everything to you as we've been going along. The findings I found with the bolt, the findings I found with the recharge, the findings I found with the fire can, I've fed them all back to you, man. So let's just point out and find where we are right now. I have 4 of your kits, I have 4 markers out on test. That test period will go into the middle of the year. It's winter at the moment, we don't play a lot of paintball in the winter. I've already, you know, spoke to you about recharge and shoot down. I've had to deal with that myself. Next thing I'd like to take an issue with is, again, is your chap and the whole safety issue thing, saying that my parts are not safe. There is one little thing that, in fact, I'm not going to speak about it in public. I'll contact you in private and we can have a chat about it, because that's what I do. But it is to do with safety. I'll contact you privately and talk to you about that, mate. Alright, and then I can tell you about my new valves and designs the way that I've doubled my volume, I've doubled my pressure, and it's only cost me 4 ounces on my trigger pull. Also fulcrum points, not only for trigger, but also there's a fulcrum point for the actual bracket to which the valve fits. That bracket doesn't have to be static, that bracket can be moving. To give you a clue, I can take a 30 ounce trigger pull and turn it into a 15 ounce trigger pull just by moving the fulcrum points out. And I'm sure you know this anyway. You've already told me that you're a fully qualified engineer and that your colleague is training to be an engineer. I've been a firearms engineer for 30 years and a proof tester for 30 years, as well as numerous other things. I was headhunted into Formula 1. You don't get headhunted into Formula 1 unless you know your onions. So let's drop the old you're not professional and I'm ripping people off and making a huge profit, etc, etc, because making paintball guns is not my day job. Making paintball guns is my hobby. What I do is I make bespoke paintball guns from start to finish. I do not make mechanical ion dropping kits. That's why we asked you for a link, and the idea being I send customers to you to buy your drop-in kit, they bring that drop-in kit to me, I then fit it to one of my bespoke markers. Okay, but if we're going to do that, we need to sort out the recharge and the shoot down. Alright, bye bye. I hope there's no anger and that this has been affable enough. Alright, as you can see, I'm not taking a piss, and I'm not being angry, I'm not being pissed off, and I've been copied more times than you would believe. But hey, it's life, move on. Alright man, see you soon. Ta-da, bye bye.